Do this simple trick every single time you get paid, and you will never have to worry so much about money. Now, most of the time when we say never have to worry about money, it's a lie, because most of the time you worry about money. If you wanted to make, let's say, 10,000, let's say you had zero and you wanted to make just 10,000, you will struggle to make that 10,000, and you will be so joyful when you make it, right? Obviously, you will feel like, yeah, I've achieved a goal. You will achieve that first goal of 10,000 Kenya shillings, and your mind will immediately get used to that 10,000 Kenya shillings, and you will have to set yourself a next goal, unless you're someone just doesn't think of, the next step. But 100%, no, that's wrong. Maybe 90% of the people do think of the next step and the next step and the next step. They don't just sit down somewhere and relax and think of, that's it, I'm done. I achieved what I wanted. Most people will be thinking of their next step, their next goal, right? So if you think about it, you make your 10,000 happy. Your brain will definitely want to make the next maybe 20,000, maybe 50,000, maybe 100,000. You want to get to the next goal and the next goal, next goal, next goal, next goal, next goal, right? Most people dream that way. There's no point to sit down and say, hey, you know what? I'm not worried about money anymore. I'm good. Even though you should have a very specific goal in life whereby, you know what? I'm comfortable if I have this amount of money. I will definitely want to work harder, or no, not work harder, but work more and make more and be more secure, and maybe have some extra stuff that I can't get at the moment. But you should have a very clear goal of, like, if I get to this point, it's good for me, it's serving me, it's working out well for me. I don't want to stress myself, because trust me, guys, stress kills. Stress is killing most people, because you're trying to achieve all these big things and wealth. And I talk about money all the time, but I'm not here telling you, hey guys, go on like a proper running trail of destroying your life and not even enjoying and having fun, just trying to make money. Don't do that. A lot of people do that, and you end up making lots of money. Yes, you might make money, sometimes you don't, but if you make money, you won't actually have the time to enjoy it. You must have some specific goals, and you're like, you know what, I need to reward myself. I need to just sit down, chill, relax a bit, and enjoy this money that I worked so hard for. But most of the time, what do? We aim for the first goal, aim for another goal, aim for another goal. And you know what? We constantly on this rat race whereby we're not getting to the goal that we want. So you must have a specific goal where you get to a point whereby, you know what, your money is serving you to some extent. And even if you're still working, you reduce the effort you put in, you reduce the time you put in, you have more time, let's say, for your family or for yourself if you don't have a family, or for the people around you, or for friends, or for fun stuff, You want to do something like, let's say, boxing, you want to do something more interesting, karate, dancing, all those hobbies that you've thought about, swimming, that you never do when you're working so hard. If you use the trick I'm going to give you, you will be in a position to make money, enjoy it, and not worry. And I say not worry here, it just means you're not in that position whereby you are so pressed for money. And like, you're not going to die the next day. Like, you're not sitting somewhere, maybe in the office or in traffic or somewhere, and just thinking, damn, I'm at the last point of my life, like, this thing is just killing me. Capitalism is just killing my soul and draining me. I can put you in a place whereby you don't have to worry about that. Okay? So, and if you use the trick we're going to discuss on this video, then you will not get to that point. Now, this Ken's Money Matters, we talk about the money mindset, how to make that money, how to manage that money, how to enjoy that money, how to invest that money, and how to assure yourself of a lifetime of income. Basically, financial freedom. What trick have I used, and what trick has worked for me in ensuring that, I don't worry too much about money, right? It's not because I have so much. It's not because, like, I'm a billionaire. I'm still in the process. I'm going to get there. I'm not a billionaire just yet. But I'm not so worried about that specific goal that before I achieve it, nothing is happening. My life, I'm living a full life. I'm enjoying. I'm meeting certain goals that I meet in life. I celebrate them. And I'm happy, and I give gratitude for all of them. I give gratitude for the little wins and the big wins. And I'm very clear on, like, I have that big goal that I'm trying to achieve, but there are also other goals in the process that, I need to celebrate. So this is one of those secrets I'm going to share with you that has worked for me personally. And you're in a position to do it, by the way, and worry less about money. Maybe that's the right word, worry less about money. Most of you get money, you get paid, you're in business, somehow you have some cash flow. If you don't have cash flow or a source of income, then that's a different case. Then, we need to talk about that. But the first thing is, in a capitalistic system, you need some kind of, source. You need somewhere where you get some money. It doesn't matter where it comes from. But when that money comes into your account, when that money hits your account, most people I know will be on salary, hitting monthly or weekly. Most people will be maybe casuals, hitting daily. Most people will be, in business. Even if you're in business, you need to organize your business such that you know how much money is coming, and when do you do your accounts, and when do you know how much you made after minusing or netting off your expenses. So you know exactly what your profit is. Whichever way you look at it, you must be getting some money somewhere as income. So the first step is about establishing that you have an income. You have some source of income, money is coming in, and you can establish that, hey, of this month, of this week, of this day, I made this much. That's the first thing. The second thing you want to do, very important guys, you want to give gratitude to yourself. Now, some of you might not agree with it, but how do you give gratitude to yourself? Now, a lot of us are making money that we do not in any way enjoy. And when I say enjoy, it doesn't mean you have to go traveling to Mexico and to Maldives and all those beautiful places that you see on TV. No, we need to just take a break sometimes and say thanks to your body for waking up every single day to do the work that you've done to bring in that money. Remember, if you have a source of income, you put in some time, some energy, some strategy for you to actually have that money. And that's a very important bit of this process. The fact that you put in some time, some energy, some kind of attention to make that money is a very big part of it. Because remember, without your health, without you being alive, you wouldn't be making that money. So even all those people who ask you for money might not understand how the process is when you are making that money. So what do you do first? You have to give gratitude to yourself. How do you give gratitude to yourself? You do not have to spend thousands of money. Take even just 100 Kenya shillings from that money that you made and say, hey, you know what, this is a thank you for me. You can go and buy something simple. Buy something like ice cream. Buy something, if you like ice cream, buy something that makes you happy. You know, it doesn't have to be anything edible. It can be just a t-shirt, can be just something like this. Can be, me, I like looking good. I like shoes. I can buy me a pair of shoes. I can go out on, like, you know, have like dinner somewhere, have lunch somewhere, have breakfast somewhere. I will spend something very negligible. But I'll say, you know what, I got money in my account. I've been hustling this whole month. I've made this money. Without my health, without me, this money wouldn't have come through. Now, this secret and this trick will work wonders for you. Why? Number one, it will change your brain. It wires your brain differently. It means each time you're doing your work, you appreciate yourself. If you don't learn to appreciate yourself, you will not learn to value yourself as worthy. Especially if, let's say, you're in business and you're charging prices and some people are telling you that your prices are expensive, you have to be someone who knows how worthy you are. How do you know if you're worthy if you don't even appreciate yourself? Now, even in jobs, you need to know that you're contributing something. You're there because you deserve to be there. You're there because you know what you're doing. You're there because you're contributing way more. And in jobs, by the way, you must understand that the capitalistic system works in a way that you are paid the least amount that is possible for you to be paid. But even if they are paying you something that you consider very high, the amount of money that they have calculated that you bring into the job is way more than what you think. So even if you think, oh, they're paying me so well, but how much are you making them? So you have to appreciate yourself for doing all these things, being the person who has actually brought this money to the table. Most people don't do this. You get your money first day and you want to pay all your debt, all your bills, you're thinking of all the problems, you're thinking of how much is not enough, this is insufficient, all this will be ending by the end of the day or the week after everything has been taken off. So you are constantly worried, you're constantly stressed, but you're working. Get off that vibration. It's a negative vibration. It just leads to more and more problems and more worries. It never ends. It never ends even when you make more money. That's the sad part about this. It doesn't end even if you make more money. It doesn't end. That's why I'm saying by giving gratitude to yourself, you are valuing yourself. You are also training yourself to see how important you are in that matrix of making that money. And you're also creating a habit that will teach you that each time you get something and you make something, you have to be grateful that you made it. You have to be happy that you made it. You have to know that there's someone somewhere who could make the same amount of money. That there's someone somewhere who could actually make it at all. There's someone somewhere who could get out of bed to go and make that money. There's someone somewhere who didn't have the brain and the strategy to make that amount of money. You know, or there's someone somewhere who wasn't lucky enough to have the opportunity to make that money. Because sometimes, you know what, there's luck to these things. There are people who work hard, they don't have luck. So that creates a different mindset in you. It's not just about you giving gratitude to yourself, it's about you rewiring your brain. And once you rewire your brain, you start thinking differently. So that's the second step. So you establish your income source, how you make money. You must have some source of cash flow. It doesn't matter how much it is and where it is from. Then each time you make money, you have to give gratitude to yourself. You can spend 50 Kenya shillings, 100 Kenya shillings, 1,000, depending on what you want to spend. But of course, you don't want to go and splurge all of it before you even start planning. Because what I'm saying is this money, you have to take it before you do anything, before you pay any bill, before you pay those debts, before you think of anything else, take out that money. I've done this personally. It's helped me a lot. And when you're grateful for what you have each time, it just multiplies. The third secret, and this is the main thing, right? You need to learn to pay yourself. The amount of money that leaves your account, number one, is the money for gratitude, which is like very little money. Then now once you start distributing that money that comes in into everything in your life that matters, you come first. What I have nurtured in myself, what I have trained myself, what I've trained my brain is I come first. I get paid after working so hard. I give gratitude to myself with very little amount of money that I'm comfortable with. It can be a travel, it can be a trip. I can book a trip. And then the next amount is the money I'm paying myself. So each month I know how much is Ken getting, right? Because remember, if this money comes into your account, it's not for you. That money is for everyone else. Some of you make money and the money goes to everyone but themselves. The money goes to rent, the landlord. The money goes to order the mortgage in this case. The money goes to the electricity people, the power providers. The money goes to the gas providers. The money goes to the water providers. The money goes to your parents. The money goes to your siblings. The money goes to everyone, you're taking care of. The money goes to everyone you owe money, all the people who are on your case asking you for money. The money is distributed to everyone else except yourself. Now, how will you have the joy, the focus, the temerity, the resilience to continue making that money every day? You can, but you won't be happy, right? Because you will be going to work clearly training your mind that you work for the bills, you work for other people, you work for other, these companies. So this is not just about doing it for yourself. It's about rewiring your brain because of how you are taught. You are rewiring your mindset. So the third thing, like I have mentioned, and this is the biggest trick, is pay yourself first. Determine how much you feel you're worth every single month, every single week, whatever it is, and pay yourself. Even if the business is yours, pay yourself. Even if the money will go back to the business, pay yourself. This is money I'm paying to me. Before I pay everything else that's pending, I'm paying myself this. If you're going to have a gap left to cover your bills, you need to up your ante and make more money, because you need to push yourself into uncomfortable positions for you to think of making more money. If you have 100,000 Kenya shillings and each month is enough and sufficient for you completely, then of course you haven't pushed yourself, and you won't push yourself because you will sit and say comfortable. You will sit and be comfortable. You'll be like, okay, there's nothing so much to work for. 100,000 comes in every month. I do 1, 2, 3. I'm fine. I remain with some little money in the account, maybe to spend and drink and whatever. Then you won't push yourself. But if you pay yourself and you're like, damn, I have 100,000. I have paid myself 50,000. I have a balance of 50,000 that I have to fix into my rent, into my bills, into my debts, into the black tax I'm paying, the people I'm helping, into everything else in my life. This is going to be a tough month. What do? You start thinking, how can I make 10,000 more? What's the gap? The gap is 5,000. How can I make 5,000 more? Get a new skill, get a new job, learn something new, start a business. How can I get this gap to be filled so that I'm in a position to still pay myself 50,000 and live a normal life? That will change your life. That trick will change your life. Try it for 1 year. And I'm saying 1 year because you need to nurture the habit. Don't try it for 1 month only. Try it for 1 year consistently. Come back to me and tell me if you won't be earning more income, if you won't be happier, if you won't be more content, and if you won't be thinking of ways of making more money, and if you won't have very good investment or saving spots. Try it for 1 year and come back on this comment section and tell me. If you try those 3 things, and the main one is the last one, and the last point only works if you do the first 2 right. You must have an income or a source of income. And number 2, you must be grateful to yourself for making the money. Then number 3, you have to pay yourself. Now, once you pay yourself, sometimes you can say, oh, Ken, I don't want to pay myself 50. That's too much because I have so many bills. Start paying yourself 2,000 Kenya shillings. Start paying yourself 1,000 Kenya shillings. Start paying yourself, 10,000 Kenya shillings. Start paying yourself 20,000 Kenya shillings. It doesn't matter how much it is. It's about nurturing that habit, changing your mindset, rewiring your beliefs into knowing how worthy and how valuable and how deserving you are. And also into thinking of, how do I make more? How do I get extra income? How do I get my life to be better? Because once you start giving gratitude to yourself, you start enjoying certain things that comes with freedom and that comes with you enjoying your money. And then you think of it as, oh, if my gratitude of, let's say, 1,000 a month is giving me such a good life of me going to the spa and enjoying and having fun, what if I was to make more money and therefore give myself a gratitude of, let's say, 10,000 a month? I would be able to probably travel somewhere new every single month. I've done that before. I could travel to a different country every month as my form of gratitude. It only made me to think of the next month as, a good day. Your payday is a good day. You're happy. You're upbeat for it. Most people, maybe even watching this video, have sad paydays. You have a payday that you're sad. You're thinking the money comes in and it's going. It's so little. You think of how little the money is. You're thinking of how sad you are. It's not a life you want to live. So guys, try it out and let me know.